guess I'm gonna learn Japanese now. Konnichiwa! Oh, god damn it, Ace, I'm sorry, baby. Oh, I kicked my dog. How do you say I kicked my dog in Japanese? Anyway, yeah, my name, wait, it's, oh shit, okay, alright, one sec. Mike... Whatever, fuck it. Konnichiwa! Michael Keen desu. We're learning, this is my new, oh my god, I'm so fucking dizzy. Let's see here. Let's see, that's katakana. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's ma. Oh, I thought I had these down. Shit. Like an O sound, maybe? Nope, that's not right. Ma. No! Oh, E. I did it dumb. I just wrote it dumb. I wrote it stupid. Mai ke, right? Mai ke. Helpful if I could write relatively well. Unfortunately, I cannot. I might actually have the worst handwriting of any human being in existence. Konnichiwa, Meikaru Kine. Konnichiwa. It was the lighting. It was just the lighting. I couldn't do it. You know. You gotta have good light. Oh, fuck, jeez, fuck. You gotta have good lighting. Konnichiwa, Mikeru Kine desu. This is Michael Learns Japanese. I'm very great. I'm good at it. I'm bee's knees. Des. Alright, so I am Michael Keen. Meikaru Kine desu. And I want to learn Japanese.
Oya, kizukimashita ka? Riku dono mo sukimonō ni gozaru na.
There's a few questions that immediately come up when you watch the introductory video to my learning of the Japanese. The first is, hey Michael, am I gonna learn anything on this channel? The answer is, maybe, probably not, but maybe. This whole channel is just you following along with me as I learn Japanese. I don't expect it to actually go anywhere. I just thought it'd be fun to do it, to push my butt, to light a fire. Wait, what is a fire in Japanese? Fire in Japanese. He? Oh, light a he under my ass. Huh, okay. So yeah, this is all to light a he under my ass, because I've now tried a couple languages. When I was in high school, I did French and I did Spanish. Actually, that's not true. In maybe my freshman year, I did French. I think that was my second year of French. And then I did Spanish for, I believe, 2 years in high school. Might have done 3. I honestly can't remember most of high school because I'm old. More recently, I was on a huge Ingmar Bergman kick and I started learning Swedish, and it just started to feel like a chore to me, so I stopped. And I switched over to Italian because I love Italian movies. I love Lucio Fulci, I love Mario Bava, Sergio Martino. But that also started to feel like a chore, and so one day I decided, I'm gonna double up my learning of Italian with some learning of Japanese, because Japanese is so different, and I've been watching a lot of these movies recently, a lot of Pinkoega, that is, in Japanese, and oftentimes I will find myself with movies that either I don't have subtitles for them, and that's a problem, or the problem that I usually have, even when I have subtitles, is I don't fully grasp how the words are meant to be felt to me as the viewer. Because of course, you with Italy or France or, whatever language they use in England, and you listen to them and there's an intonation there that you can understand what they're trying to get across emotionally. And with really any Asian dialect, that can be a little bit more difficult because it's such a different culture. And so my initial thought was, I'll integrate myself. I can't even I don't even know fucking American. But I can, fully immerse myself in this culture that where I obtain a lot of media. Another thing is I would eventually like to travel to Japan. That's more just a that'd be cool kind of thing. Basically, this rambly thing is saying that I have a few goals that I would like to accomplish through learning Japanese. But why is this a channel? Why am I so confident that I'm willing to make another channel while already having a separate channel plus like, I don't know, 4 full-time jobs? Why would I make a channel about this particular attempt at language when I've already failed 4? Well, I have found myself far more intrigued by Japanese than I thought I would be. I had no idea that I would fuckity love this so much. Also, there's gonna be a lot of cursing in on this channel, so buckle up, Buttercup. I was so excited, in fact, that I've done a lot of writing. I've already kind of learned hiragana, katakana, which I'm gonna go over all the basics in a separate video. There's gonna be a lot of just individual videos with hyper-specific functions, but I've already started writing stuff. I've learned hiragana, katakana pretty well. I can read most things. Every so often I have to open up my Genki book. If you buy this is what the cover looks like. That's what you're looking for. On the inner sleeve up front, you got all of hiragana, and then on the back, you have katakana. So it's all right there, and I haven't actually delved into the lessons in this yet. When I decided I wanted to do a channel, I decided I would save that. So I've got that. I've got a few other books. I actually got the full, I think, 3 volumes of Genki, and then I've got my weed. This is not going to be like any other channel about learning Japanese that you've ever seen. And then I've got Mina no Nihongo. Mina Nihongo. Or Mina no Nihongo, which a lot of people recommended. This is a bit more challenging. I haven't delved into this one yet because I wanted to delve through a bit of Genki first, because Mina no Nihongo is completely in Japanese. There is no English. Genki does include English. Mina no Nihongo does not. I know Nihongo is Japanese. I don't know what Mina is. Mina, everyone, means everyone. Or hey guys, so it's when Mina is when you're addressing close friends and family. So what is Mina no Nihongo? Point is, I got that, and then in addition to all those books, and of course I got all the Genki as well, I also bought a few challenge books. And what I mean by challenge books is
wrestle it away from 3 sharks who was eyeing it for breakfast.
One way to speed up learning any language is to read in that language, read and write in that language. So I am doing my best to write as much as possible in that language. So for my notes so far, which I'm probably gonna get a better notebook than this, but this was at the Smiths. I've written out the pronunciation of various kanji with hiragana, katakana, and when I need to, I also have added what that word is referring to. So for the watashi kanji, which watashi, I, or me, or private, I actually didn't need to write this. I knew what watashi meant. I did it like out of habit. It was like the last kanji I looked up. So I have watashi, the kanji, and then I have I, me, private, and then I have hiragana. Anyway, point is, I've been writing in it. I still don't understand a lot because I've just started this month. I don't know exactly when I started, but I would say, I'm just gonna put it as an arbitrary August 1st, roughly. I started doing the Japanese on Duolingo, and then I branched out from there. So within about a week, I've gotten bug nuts crazy pants. And I got 3 challenge texts. One is one of the latest books from Junji Ito, who's one of my favorite writers. People say don't learn from manga. I feel like Junji Ito is a bit of an exception to that. And I just like reading Junji Ito, so this kind of works out for me. It's one of those things that I will enjoy learning more, and also is less daunting than my other choices for challenge books. So my other challenge book is somewhere in this office. Where the fuck did I put it? Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Where did that book go? Where the fuck did that book go? Michael, come on. It's one book. Can't not lose one book? What the shitting dicks? God damn. All this porn stacked up here. I can't find my book. Ay, ay, ay. Goodness gracias. Point is, so I got that. I got Battle Royale, which is one of my favorite books of all time. Of course, turned into a great film. Also, a really good manga that I remember reading back when I first got into the movie. I don't remember how many volumes that went in. It doesn't matter. And then I ordered Woman in the Dunes off of Amazon, but I did not get Woman in the Dunes. Instead, I got Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto, which very notable Japanese author who I did not know about. And this actually sounds right up my alley. So while I am going to have to now purchase Woman in the Dunes again because they did not send me Woman in the Dunes, even though it says on my fucking invoice, Woman in the Dunes, I did get Banana Yoshimoto's Kitchen. So yeah, got that going for me. But Kitchen, as you can see, a little daunting, little bit daunting, but nothing too crazy. And that's what I've started translating in my notebook. Anytime I come across a character that I don't understand, so anytime there's a kanji that I don't know what the fuck that is, which right now is most kanji, then I write it down, and then I take my phone, and there is an app that's just called Japanese. And I open the app, and I go in, and I do my absolute damnedest to write the kanji, and 9 times out of 10, it presents me with the proper kanji, and then gives me all the deets I need. So that is a great resource, and you know, one of those things where you really have to take everything into consideration and say, gosh darn, I live in the future. I can just look up anything. And so I'm trying to use technology as much as possible. Now, you will have noticed I have not talked about Duolingo yet, because I'm not using Duolingo a lot. I am keeping up with Duolingo, but to give you an idea of how useless Duolingo is in learning a new language, I started this with Swedish, and then of course I went to Italian, and now I'm on Japanese. This will be my 1,245th day doing Duolingo. I don't know Swedish or Italian, so I'm keeping it up just because it is, I think, good practice, but I think it has to be just that, practice. There's just not enough context within Duolingo to really, help you learn the language. It's designed for you to keep on paying that monthly fee, baby. So I'm not going to worry about that as much. I'm just going to do it a few times a day when I'm, if I'm just like waiting in line somewhere or, stuck in traffic. Don't use your phone while you're driving, kids.
That follows me wherever I go.
Then I'll use Duolingo. But I don't plan on having that be my primary source. I'm also subscribed to a bunch of YouTubers who are really fascinating. I will do a separate video on them because I feel like there's a lot to talk about, and also I don't have all their names right here with me. This is just a test video. So yeah, that's my thing. Finally, goals. In order to learn a new language, I think for me, it's important to have goals. And I feel like my goals with Swedish and Italian were a little murky because they mostly amounted to, I'd really like to be able to watch these, I'd really like to be able to watch these movies without subtitles, which is not a great goal, especially when most of the movies from those countries have subtitles or are dubbed, which most Italian movies are dubbed into English. So, there's no reason to really learn it as much. And also, a lot of companies are putting out these movies like nobody's business. So I've got plenty of Italian and Swedish. With Japanese movies, the ones that I enjoy, Pinko Vega, they are not put out as much. Distributors tend to be asking for a lot. Japanese distributors tend to be asking for a lot, much more than companies are willing to pay. And there's just a lot of hoops you gotta jump through to get these movies and put them out on Blue. That's why really you only see the Nikatsu Roman pornos from Impulse being put out. And every so often you'll have an also ran, Hana Turkish Bathhouse doesn't really count as any of them, but it is Toei doing sort of a Pinku style film. And that was put out by Mondo Macabro. But overall, you're not going to see a lot of Japanese smut on Blu-ray. So one of my goals is I want to be able to translate and create subtitles for Japanese movies, which I feel like there is a smaller market there. And that would also help with my job, which is an editor for Blu-ray extras, because once these movies start popping out, I'll be able to edit the interviews and do subtitles and all that stuff. So that's the capitalist in me. So that's one goal. That's my main goal. My other goal is to be able to read books in Japanese. Much like with movies, I feel like there's a lot that can be lost in translation because Japanese is such kind of almost like an artistic language. There's a lot of storytelling and meaning in everything. Whereas, you know, in English, it's just like, hey guys, this is a word, and the sounds coming out of my mouth mean that I want a cheeseburger. Is that what we sound like?
You're not thinking that. I sure am, boy.
Whereas, of course, you know, kanji, there's like 6,000 fucking kanji to choose from. And not all of them are used all the time, but it's a lot of kanji. And each one has a little story that you can tell for use with mnemonics. And it's just this whole fascinating world. It's almost like a fantasy world. Not to exoticize it too much, but it is one of those things where if you are not used to it, or at least you've never studied it, and you are just, you know, this American schlub who speaks English and that is it, you kind of enter this whole new world of possibilities with grammar and how to say things. And it's a neat party trick, you know? I'm hoping one day that I can be in the same room as some Japanese guy talking shit about me, and I can just like whirl around and be like, yo dog, I speak Japanese, but you know, in Japanese. So yeah, so that's a goal, reading in Japanese. And of course, as I said before, I would eventually like to travel to Japan, and traveling to Japan, it would be useful to know a fair amount of Japanese. Yeah, and those are my main goals, and this is the journey to get there. Yeah. So subscribe if you want to follow along. Don't if this is useless to you. Might be, but I'm hoping that some folks out there can get a little bit of inspiration from me as I go through, because I am an idiot. And so if I can do it, so can you. See, I just had a stroke there because I'm old.
興味ないの?
So yeah, gonna try to learn the Japanese. Jeez, why am I vlogging while filling up water? I feel like this channel has a lifespan of 4 years for me to do it, and that'll be it, limited project. And if you want to follow along with me and my child and my messy house and my stupid dog, who I love and definitely don't kick, then, like, subscribe. I also have another channel that's under my name that's linked in the description. Go be free. Yeah, join me on my quest. Or don't. If you don't want to, if you don't think this is worthwhile, don't subscribe, because then that'd be dumb. Why would you do that? Come on. Sayonara? Go away.
それよりあと1枚目標達成しなくっちゃ。